Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was born not from a mother's womb, but from the head of Zeus himself, fully armored and ready for battle. Imagine the shock of the gods witnessing such a moment, a symbol of intellect and divine strategy emerging in the most unexpected way. But have you ever wondered why this myth, among so many others, continues to captivate us? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of ancient Greece to uncover 25 secrets of Athena, one of the most powerful and enigmatic figures in mythology. From her role as a master strategist in warfare to her timeless wisdom that still inspires us today, Athena's story is a treasure trove of lessons and intrigue. Whether you're a mythology enthusiast or just curious about the ancient world, this video is packed with insights that will leave you amazed. So, are you ready to unravel the mysteries of Athena and discover how her wisdom shaped the ancient world? Stick around, because we're about to embark on a journey that connects the past to the present in ways you never imagined. Let's get started. Now, let's take a closer look at the first secret of Athena, her extraordinary birth. Unlike most gods and mortals, Athena didn't enter the world in the traditional way. Instead, she burst forth fully grown and armored from the forehead of her father, Zeus, the king of the gods. Picture the scene: the mightiest of the gods, known for his thunderous power, suddenly giving birth to a goddess of wisdom and warfare. This myth isn't just a fascinating tale, it's rich with symbolism. Athena's birth from Zeus's head highlights a deep connection to intellect and strategy. She wasn't just born, she emerged as a fully formed force of wisdom, ready to guide and protect. This story also underscores her unique role as a goddess who embodies both the power of thought and the prowess of battle. It's no wonder that Athena became a symbol of divine strategy, revered not just for her strength but for her ability to think her way through any challenge. Her birth sets the tone for everything that follows in her mythology, a blend of wisdom, courage, and ingenuity that continues to inspire us today. Now, let's turn our attention to another defining moment in Athena's story, the gift of the olive tree. This wasn't just any act of generosity, it was a pivotal event that shaped the destiny of Athens. The tale begins with a contest between Athena and Poseidon, the god of the sea, over who would become the patron deity of the city. Each was asked to offer a gift to the people, and the one whose gift was deemed most valuable would win their favor. Poseidon struck the ground with his trident, creating a spring of salt water, a powerful display of his domain but of little practical use. Athena, on the other hand, offered something far more enduring. She planted an olive tree. This tree wasn't just a symbol of peace, it provided wood for building, oil for cooking and lighting, and food for sustenance. The people of Athens recognized its immense value and chose Athena as their protector, forever linking her to the city's identity. The olive tree held a special place in ancient Greek culture, representing not only prosperity but also peace and wisdom. Its oil was used in religious ceremonies, athletic competitions, and daily life, making it a cornerstone of society. Even today, the olive tree remains a powerful symbol, celebrated for its resilience and versatility. Its legacy is a testament to Athena's foresight and her ability to offer gifts that truly elevate human life. This story isn't just about winning a contest, it's about understanding the needs of a community and providing solutions that stand the test of time. Athena's olive tree continues to remind us of the enduring power of thoughtful, practical wisdom. As we move forward, we'll see how this act of insight and generosity set the stage for Athena's broader role in shaping ancient Greece. And speaking of her influence, let's explore another fascinating aspect of her mythology, her unwavering commitment to independence and empowerment, which we'll uncover in our next secret. Now, let's shift our focus to another intriguing aspect of Athena's identity, her role as one of the three virgin goddesses in ancient Greek mythology. Unlike many other deities, Athena chose to remain unmarried and celibate, a decision that carried deep symbolic meaning. In a society where marriage and family were often central to a woman's role, Athena's virginity represented her complete independence and self-sufficiency. She was not bound by relationships or domestic expectations, allowing her to fully dedicate herself to her domains of wisdom, warfare, and craftsmanship. This choice was a powerful statement in a patriarchal culture, showcasing her autonomy and strength. Athena's virginity also symbolized purity, but not in the way we might think of it today. For the ancient Greeks, it was less about physical chastity and more about a purity of purpose and focus. Athena embodied a clarity of mind and a dedication to intellect and strategy, unclouded by emotional distractions or personal desires. This made her a model of rational thought and disciplined action, qualities that were highly revered in both gods and mortals. Her virginity wasn't a limitation. It was a source of empowerment, allowing her to navigate the world on her own terms and serve as a guide to others seeking wisdom and clarity. This aspect of Athena's mythology offers a fascinating perspective on how ancient Greeks viewed gender roles and personal agency. By choosing a path of independence, Athena transcended traditional expectations and became a symbol of empowerment for both men and women. Her story reminds us that true strength often lies in the ability to define oneself outside of societal norms and to pursue one's purpose with unwavering focus. As we continue to explore Athena's secrets, we'll see how this commitment to independence shaped her interactions with gods and mortals alike, further cementing her legacy as a figure of wisdom and empowerment. Now, let's uncover another layer of Athena's mystique, her powerful connection to the Aegis and the story of Medusa. The Aegis, often described as a shield or cloak, was one of Athena's most iconic symbols. It was said to be adorned with the head of Medusa, a figure whose tale is as complex as it is chilling. Medusa, once a beautiful priestess, was transformed into a gorgon with snakes for hair and a gaze that turned onlookers to stone. According to myth, her transformation was a punishment from Athena, though the reasons behind it vary in different versions of the story. Some say it was due to Medusa's desecration of Athena's temple, while others suggest it was a grim twist of fate. Regardless, Athena later wielded Medusa's severed head as a protective emblem, embedding it into the Aegis. This act was deeply symbolic. Medusa's head, with its petrifying gaze, became a tool of both defense and intimidation. When Athena carried the Aegis into battle, it struck fear into her enemies, embodying her role as a goddess of warfare and strategy. But beyond its use in combat, the Aegis also represented Athena's ability to transform even the darkest elements into sources of protection and strength. Medusa's head, once a symbol of terror, became a shield against harm, highlighting Athena's wisdom and resourcefulness. The Aegis also underscores Athena's dual nature as both a warrior and a protector. While she was fierce in battle, she was equally committed to safeguarding those under her care. This duality is a recurring theme in her mythology, showing how she balanced strength with compassion. As we dive deeper into Athena's secrets, her use of Medusa's head reminds us that even the most fearsome challenges can be turned into instruments of courage and resilience. Next, we'll explore how Athena's strategic brilliance played a pivotal role in one of the most famous conflicts of ancient mythology, the Trojan War. Now, let's turn our attention to one of Athena's most legendary displays of strategic genius, her pivotal role in the Trojan War. As one of the fiercest supporters of the Greeks, Athena's influence was felt in nearly every critical moment of the conflict. Her alliance with the Greeks was no accident. It was a calculated decision rooted in her principles of justice and her desire to protect those she favored. From the very beginning, Athena sided with the Greeks, offering them not just her divine favor, but also her unmatched wisdom and tactical expertise. One of the most famous examples of Athena's cunning was her involvement in the creation of the Trojan horse. After a decade of brutal fighting, the Greeks found themselves at an impasse. It was Athena who inspired the idea of the massive wooden horse, a deceptive gift that would ultimately lead to the fall of Troy. The plan was bold, audacious, and entirely in line with Athena's reputation as a goddess of strategy. She guided the Greeks in constructing the horse and ensuring it was convincing enough to trick the Trojans into bringing it within their walls. But Athena's role didn't stop there. Throughout the war, she provided the Greeks with critical guidance and protection. She intervened in battles, bolstered the morale of their warriors, and even directly aided heroes like Odysseus and Diomedes. Her presence on the battlefield was both a source of inspiration and fear, an unmistakable sign that the gods themselves were invested in the outcome. Athena's strategic brilliance wasn't just about winning battles, it was about shaping the very course of history. Her support of the Greeks ensured their victory, but it also left a lasting legacy on how warfare was perceived. She demonstrated that true power lies not just in strength but in intelligence, foresight, and the ability to outthink one's enemies. As we explore Athena's secrets further, her role in the Trojan War stands as a testament to her enduring legacy as a master of strategy and a guardian of those who fight for a just cause. Next, we'll delve into the myth of the Judgement of Paris and how Athena's rivalry with other goddesses set the stage for this epic conflict. Now, let's explore the moment that set the stage for the Trojan War, the infamous Judgement of Paris. This myth not only highlights Athena's rivalry with Hera and Aphrodite, but also reveals the dangerous interplay of pride, vanity, and divine intervention. It all began at the wedding of Peleus and Thetis, where Eris, the goddess of discord, tossed a golden apple inscribed with the words, "To the fairest," into the gathering. This seemingly innocent act sparked a fierce competition among Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, each claiming the apple as their own. Zeus, unwilling to choose between them, tasked Paris, a mortal prince of Troy, with making the decision. Each goddess offered Paris a bribe to secure his favor. Hera promised him power and dominion over vast kingdoms, while Athena offered him wisdom and unmatched skill in battle. Aphrodite, however, appealed to his desires by promising him the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Paris, swayed by vanity and desire, chose Aphrodite, awarding her the golden apple. Athena's reaction to this decision was one of deep resentment. Along with Hera, she vowed to punish Paris and his city, setting the stage for the conflict that would become the Trojan War. This myth underscores the themes of pride and vanity, as Paris's choice was driven not by wisdom or justice but by personal gain. It also illustrates how the whims and rivalries of the gods could dramatically alter the fate of mortals, weaving divine intervention into the fabric of human history. Athena's role in this myth is particularly fascinating. While she was not the victor in the judgment, her response reveals her commitment to justice and her willingness to defend her honor. Her eventual support of the Greeks in the Trojan War can be traced back to this moment, as she sought to right the wrongs inflicted by Paris's decision. This story serves as a powerful reminder of how the actions of the divine can shape the destinies of mortals, and how pride and vanity can lead to devastating consequences. Next, we'll uncover how Athena's mentorship of Odysseus in the Odyssey showcases her enduring wisdom and guidance. Turning our attention to Athena's role as a mentor, we find one of her most profound relationships in the epic tale of the Odyssey. Here, Athena's wisdom and guidance shine through as she aids Odysseus, the clever hero of Ithaca, on his long and perilous journey home. From the very beginning, Athena takes a vested interest in Odysseus, recognizing his intelligence and resilience. She becomes his protector, offering both strategic advice and divine intervention to help him navigate the countless challenges he faces. One of the most striking examples of Athena's mentorship is her ability to inspire Odysseus to think creatively. When trapped in the cave of the Cyclops Polyphemus, it is Athena's influence that guides Odysseus to devise the plan of blinding the giant and escaping under the guise of nobody. This cunning strategy not only saves his life but also becomes a testament to the power of wisdom over brute strength. Athena's lessons go beyond mere survival. They teach Odysseus to rely on his intellect and adaptability, qualities that define his character throughout the epic. Athena's support extends to protecting Odysseus from harm. When he returns to Ithaca, disguised as a beggar to avoid detection by the suitors, Athena ensures his safety and strengthens his resolve. She disguises him further, altering his appearance to test the loyalty of those around him, while also providing the confidence he needs to reclaim his throne. Her involvement underscores her belief in justice and her commitment to rewarding those who demonstrate perseverance and virtue. Through her mentorship, Athena imparts timeless lessons about the importance of patience, resourcefulness, and moral integrity. Odysseus's journey is not just a physical one but also a test of character, shaped by Athena's wisdom every step of the way. Their relationship highlights the value of having a guiding force in our lives, someone who helps us unlock our potential and navigate the storms of adversity. Next, we'll delve into the myth of Arachne and the cautionary tale of hubris and divine retribution. Now, let's step into the cautionary tale of Arachne, a story that serves as a powerful reminder of the fine line between pride and hubris. Arachne was a mortal weaver whose skill was so extraordinary that it rivaled even the gods. Her talent was undeniable, but it was her arrogance that led to her downfall. Boasting that her weaving surpassed Athena's, Arachne recklessly challenged the goddess to a contest, unaware of the consequences of her audacity. Athena, ever the embodiment of wisdom and justice, accepted the challenge but not without giving Arachne a chance to reconsider. Disguised as an old woman, Athena warned Arachne to show humility and respect for the gods. Yet Arachne's pride blinded her and she insisted on the contest. What followed was a weaving duel of unmatched brilliance as both showcased their artistry. Athena created a tapestry depicting the gods' grandeur and their victories over mortals who dared defy them. Arachne, in contrast, wove a scene exposing the gods' flaws and misdeeds, a bold, defiant act that sealed her fate. Enraged by Arachne's insolence and the insult to the gods, Athena destroyed her tapestry and struck her. Overwhelmed with guilt and shame, Arachne attempted to end her own life, but Athena intervened. Instead of letting her die, Athena transformed Arachne into a spider, condemning her to weave for eternity. This punishment was not just an act of divine retribution, but also a poignant lesson in humility and the consequences of overstepping mortal boundaries. The myth of Arachne explores themes of creativity, hubris, and divine justice. Arachne's immense talent was a gift, but her inability to temper her pride turned it into a curse. The story also highlights Athena's dual role as both a patron of the arts and a guardian of divine order. While her punishment may seem harsh, it underscores the ancient Greek belief in respecting the gods and understanding one's place in the cosmic balance. Next, we'll uncover Athena's sacred animals and the symbolism behind her most enduring companions. Turning our attention to Athena's sacred animals, we find two creatures that embody the essence of her divine attributes, the owl and the snake. The owl, perhaps the most iconic symbol associated with Athena, represents wisdom and insight. Its ability to see in the dark mirrors Athena's foresight and her knack for navigating complex situations with clarity. In ancient Greece, the owl was often seen as a guardian of knowledge, and its presence was believed to bring enlightenment. This connection is so profound that the owl even appears on Athenian coins, solidifying its role as a symbol of the city's patron goddess. The snake, on the other hand, carries a deeper, more mystical symbolism. Associated with regeneration and transformation, the snake reflects Athena's role as a protector and a force of renewal. Its ability to shed its skin was seen as a metaphor for change and the cyclical nature of life. Additionally, the snake's vigilance and cunning align with Athena's strategic prowess, reminding us of her mastery in both thought and action. Together, the owl and the snake create a powerful duality, embodying Athena's wisdom, vigilance, and transformative influence. These sacred animals not only highlight Athena's divine qualities, but also serve as reminders of the values she championed. Whether through the owl's piercing gaze or the snake's endless renewal, Athena's sacred companions continue to inspire reflection on the balance between knowledge and transformation. Next, we'll explore the grandeur of the Panathenaic festival, a celebration that brought the people of Athens together in honor of their beloved goddess. Shifting our gaze to one of ancient Athens' most spectacular events, the Panathenaic festival stands as a vibrant testament to Athena's enduring influence. Held every 4 years in grand fashion, this festival was not just a celebration but a profound expression of the city's devotion to its patron goddess. The Panathenaic festival was a time for Athenians to honor Athena's protection and wisdom, weaving her divine presence into the fabric of their daily lives. At the heart of the festival was the grand procession, a magnificent parade that wound its way through the streets of Athens to the Acropolis. Citizens of all ages, dressed in their finest attire, carried offerings to Athena, including intricately woven garments known as peplos. These garments were draped over the sacred statue of Athena in the Parthenon, symbolizing the city's gratitude and reverence for her guidance. Alongside the procession, the air was filled with music and hymns, creating an atmosphere of joy and unity. The Panathenaic festival also featured athletic and artistic competitions, drawing participants from across Greece. From chariot races to wrestling matches, these games showcased the physical prowess and skill of the competitors, reflecting Athena's own strength and strategic brilliance. Meanwhile, poetic recitals and musical performances celebrated the arts, a domain closely tied to Athena's patronage of creativity and craftsmanship. The winners of these contests were awarded amphoras filled with olive oil, a nod to Athena's gift of the olive tree, which had become a symbol of prosperity and peace. Beyond the spectacle, the Panathenaic festival served as a powerful reminder of Athens' identity and values. It united the community in a shared celebration of their heritage and their bond with Athena, reinforcing her role as both protector and guide. As we continue our exploration of Athena's legacy, we'll delve into her influence in the lives of demigods and the lessons they learned from her wisdom. Turning our attention to the realm of heroes, Athena's role in the lives of demigods reveals her profound influence on myth and morality. Among these legendary figures, Perseus and Heracles stand out as prime examples of her mentorship, embodying the values of strategy, wisdom, and resilience that Athena championed. In the myth of Perseus, Athena's guidance was crucial in his quest to slay Medusa. She provided him with a polished shield, which he used to avoid direct eye contact with the Gorgon, demonstrating the importance of strategy over brute force. Alongside her assistance, Athena's wisdom encouraged Perseus to think critically and approach challenges with ingenuity. His success in defeating Medusa and rescuing Andromeda became a testament to the power of intellect and planning, lessons that Athena consistently championed. Similarly, Heracles, another demigod of immense strength, often relied on Athena's counsel during his 12 labors. While his physical prowess was unmatched, it was Athena's strategic insight that helped him navigate complex tasks such as capturing the Golden Hind and cleaning the Augean stables. Her interventions reminded Heracles that strength alone was not enough. Wisdom and careful planning were equally essential. Through her support, Athena not only aided Heracles in completing his labors, but also instilled in him a deeper understanding of the balance between power and intellect. Athena's involvement with these demigods highlights her role as a divine mentor, guiding heroes toward greatness while teaching them invaluable lessons. Her emphasis on strategy and wisdom shaped their journeys, transforming them into symbols of perseverance and intelligence. As we continue to uncover Athena's secrets, we'll explore her influence on sacred artifacts and their significance in ancient myths. Now let's shift our focus to one of Athena's most revered artifacts, the Palladium. This sacred statue of Athena was believed to hold immense protective power, particularly for the city of Troy. According to myth, the Palladium was a small wooden figure that fell from the heavens, a gift from Zeus himself. It was said to embody Athena's divine presence, ensuring the safety and prosperity of those who possessed it. The Palladium's role in the fate of Troy is central to its legend. As long as the statue remained within the city's walls, Troy was thought to be invincible. This belief became a pivotal element in the Trojan War, as the Greeks recognized that to conquer Troy, they needed to remove the Palladium. The myth tells of Odysseus and Diomedes, who infiltrated the city and stole the statue, weakening Troy's defenses and paving the way for its eventual downfall. But the story of the Palladium doesn't end with Troy. After its theft, the statue was said to have been taken to Greece and later to Rome, where it was believed to continue offering divine protection. In Roman mythology, the Palladium symbolized the continuity of power and the divine favor of Athena, now worshipped as Minerva. Its relocation marked the transfer of Athena's guardianship from one great civilization to another, emphasizing her enduring influence across cultures. Symbolically, the Palladium represents the intersection of faith, power, and strategy. It highlights Athena's role not just as a protector, but as a deity whose presence could shape the destiny of nations. The myths surrounding its theft and relocation also underscore the themes of cunning and foresight, qualities Athena herself embodied. As we continue to explore Athena's secrets, we'll delve into her patronage of the arts and how she inspired creativity and craftsmanship in ancient Greece, revealing yet another facet of her multifaceted legacy. Moving forward, let's uncover another fascinating dimension of Athena's influence, her profound connection to the arts. Beyond her role as a goddess of wisdom and warfare, Athena was also a celebrated patron of creativity, inspiring ancient Greeks in weaving, pottery, music, and beyond. Her involvement in the arts wasn't just symbolic, it was deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the time. Athena's association with weaving is particularly well known, thanks to the myth of Arachne, which we've touched on earlier. But her influence extended far beyond this tale. She was revered as the goddess of crafts, guiding artisans in their work and elevating their creations to new heights. Weavers often invoked her name, seeking her blessing to create intricate patterns and designs that told stories of gods, heroes, and everyday life. Her impact on pottery was equally significant. Ancient Greek potters often depicted Athena in their designs, honoring her as a muse of craftsmanship. These vessels weren't just practical items, they were works of art that celebrated her wisdom and creativity. Athena's patronage ensured that pottery became a medium for storytelling, blending beauty with function in ways that still captivate us today. Music, too, fell under Athena's domain. While she may not be as closely associated with music as Apollo, she played a key role in its development. According to myth, she invented the flute, though she later discarded it because playing it distorted her face. This act symbolized her emphasis on dignity and grace, values that resonated deeply with the Greeks. Athena's influence on the arts wasn't just about skill, it was about the deeper connection between creativity and intellect. She embodied the idea that art was a form of expression and a way to communicate wisdom and beauty. Her legacy in this realm reminds us that the arts are not just decorative but essential to understanding ourselves and the world around us. Next, we'll delve into the intriguing myth of Arachne, exploring how Athena's role as a guardian and nurturer reveals yet another layer of her complex and multifaceted character. Now, let's turn our attention to a lesser-known yet deeply intriguing myth, the story of Arachne. Born under unusual and dramatic circumstances, Arachne's tale reveals yet another side of Athena's complex character. This myth begins with Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship, who attempted to assault Athena. Though the goddess fiercely resisted, Hephaestus's seed fell to the earth, where it gave birth to Erichthonius, a child who was half human and half serpent. Athena, known for her wisdom and compassion, took on the role of a divine guardian. She couldn't raise Erichthonius openly, so she placed him in a sealed chest and entrusted him to the daughters of SECRETS, the king of Athens. She gave them strict instructions not to open the chest, but curiosity got the better of them. When they peeked inside and saw the child's serpentine form, they were so overwhelmed with fear that they leaped from the Acropolis to their deaths. Despite this tragic turn, Athena continued to watch over Erichthonius, ensuring his survival and eventual rise as a ruler of Athens. His story is one of resilience and divine care, highlighting Athena's role as a protector of the innocent and the vulnerable. The myth of Erichthonius also emphasizes themes of purity and the sacred bonds of guardianship. Athena's actions reflect her unwavering commitment to justice and her ability to find strength in even the most challenging situations. This myth offers a fascinating glimpse into Athena's nurturing side, often overshadowed by her more warlike attributes. It reminds us that wisdom isn't just about strategy and intellect, it's also about compassion, responsibility, and the courage to protect those in need. Next, we'll explore how Athena's sense of justice shaped one of the most pivotal trials in Greek mythology, further cementing her legacy as a goddess of fairness and order. Now, let's shift our focus to another remarkable aspect of Athena's legacy, her role in justice. One of the most famous examples of this is her involvement in the trial of Orestes, a story that not only showcases her wisdom, but also marks a pivotal moment in the evolution of legal systems. After Orestes avenged his father Agamemnon by killing his mother Clytemnestra, he was pursued by the Furies, ancient deities of vengeance. To resolve the matter, Athena intervened and convened the first ever trial by jury, bringing together mortal jurors to deliberate on Orestes' fate. Athena presided over the trial with fairness and impartiality, ensuring that both sides were heard. She cast the deciding vote in Orestes' favor, arguing that the bonds of marriage were less sacred than those of blood, and that a son's duty to his father outweighed his duty to his mother. Her decision not only acquitted Orestes but also symbolized the transition from primitive vengeance to a more civilized form of justice. This myth highlights Athena's ability to balance mercy with accountability, embodying the principles of fairness and order that would shape ancient Greek legal traditions. Her introduction of trial by jury was revolutionary, laying the foundation for democratic legal systems that valued reasoned judgment over blind retribution. This concept of justice, rooted in Athena's wisdom, influenced the development of laws and governance in Athens and beyond. It's a testament to her enduring impact on society, as she transformed the way conflicts were resolved, emphasizing deliberation and equity over chaos and violence. Athena's role in justice extends beyond this single trial. She often served as a mediator and protector of the innocent, ensuring that the scales of justice remained balanced. Her unwavering commitment to fairness and her ability to navigate complex moral dilemmas made her a symbol of righteousness in ancient Greece. Through her actions, Athena demonstrated that true wisdom isn't just about knowledge or strategy, but also about upholding principles of justice and compassion. As we continue to explore Athena's secrets, her contributions to justice remind us of the profound ways her wisdom shaped both mythology and the real world. Next, we'll delve into the architectural marvels dedicated to Athena, revealing how her influence extended into the very structures of ancient Greek society. Moving into the realm of stone and artistry, let's explore the grandeur of Athena's temples and the architectural wonders that celebrated her divine presence. Among these, the Parthenon stands as the crown jewel, a masterpiece perched atop the Acropolis in Athens. This iconic temple, constructed in the 5th century before the Common Era, was not just a place of worship but a symbol of Athenian power, pride, and devotion to their patron goddess. The Parthenon's design, with its towering columns and intricate friezes, was a testament to Athena's dual roles as a goddess of wisdom and warfare, blending elegance with strength. Inside the Parthenon, a colossal statue of Athena, crafted from ivory and gold, once stood as a centerpiece depicting her in full armor, holding a shield and spear. This statue, known as Athena Parthenos, embodied her protective and strategic qualities, while the temple itself showcased the artistic and engineering brilliance of the ancient Greeks. The precision of the Parthenon's construction, with its optical refinements to create a sense of perfect symmetry, reflected Athena's association with intellect and order. But the Parthenon wasn't the only temple dedicated to Athena. The Arachne, another marvel on the Acropolis, honored both Athena and Poseidon, commemorating their legendary contest for the city's patronage. Its unique design, featuring the famous porch of the caryatid statues of women serving as columns, highlighted the creativity and innovation that Athena inspired. These temples were more than religious sites. They were cultural landmarks that celebrated Athena's influence on every aspect of Athenian life, from politics and education to art and architecture. The devotion to Athena extended beyond Athens as well. Cities across the ancient Greek world built sanctuaries and temples in her honor, each reflecting her enduring legacy as a goddess of wisdom, strategy, and protection. These architectural achievements not only honored Athena but also served as enduring reminders of her role in shaping the identity and values of ancient Greek society. As we marvel at these ancient structures, we gain a deeper appreciation for how Athena's presence was etched into the very fabric of Greek culture. Now, let's turn our attention to Athena's connection to the Amazons, a legendary race of warrior women who embodied her spirit of strength and independence. Now, shifting our focus to the legendary Amazons, we see Athena's influence extending beyond the temples and into the realm of mythic heroines. The Amazons, a fierce and independent race of warrior women, were often depicted as embodying Athena's ideals of strength, strategy, and female empowerment. In ancient myths, the Amazons were not just warriors but symbols of a society where women held power and authority, challenging the norms of the patriarchal world around them. Athena's connection to the Amazons is deeply rooted in her role as a protector and strategist. Unlike other goddesses, Athena was revered for her intellect and martial prowess, traits that resonated with the Amazons' own values. They were often portrayed as her devoted followers, carrying her symbols into battle and drawing inspiration from her wisdom and courage. This bond between Athena and the Amazons highlighted her as a champion of women who defied societal expectations and embraced their own strength. One of the most famous myths involving Athena and the Amazons is their participation in the Trojan War. The Amazons fought on the side of the Trojans, led by their queen, Penthesilea. Though Penthesilea ultimately fell in battle, her bravery and skill in combat were celebrated, and Athena was said to have honored her spirit. This myth not only underscores the Amazons' prowess as warriors, but also reinforces Athena's role as a guide and supporter of those who embody her virtues. Beyond the battlefield, the Amazons were also associated with Athena's patronage of craftsmanship and culture. They were skilled in creating intricate armor and weapons, reflecting Athena's influence as a goddess of both war and the arts. This duality of strength and creativity made the Amazons a perfect symbol of Athena's multifaceted nature. In exploring Athena's connection to the Amazons, we uncover a powerful narrative of female empowerment and resilience. These warrior women, inspired by Athena's wisdom and courage, challenged the limitations placed on them by society and carved out a place for themselves in myth and legend. Their legacy, much like Athena's, continues to inspire us today, reminding us of the enduring power of strength, strategy, and independence. As we celebrate this bond between Athena and the Amazons, let's move forward to uncover another fascinating aspect of her influence, her role in shaping the philosophy of ancient Greece. Now, let's step into the world of ancient philosophy, where Athena's wisdom left an indelible mark. Athena's reputation as the goddess of wisdom not only shaped myths but also deeply influenced the thinkers who laid the foundations of Western philosophy. Her association with intellect and strategic thinking resonated with some of the greatest minds of ancient Greece, including Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Socrates, often regarded as the father of Western philosophy, famously declared that true wisdom comes from acknowledging one's ignorance. This humble approach to knowledge mirrors Athena's own characteristics. She was a goddess who valued reason and insight over arrogance. Socrates' dialogues, which encouraged questioning and critical thinking, embody the spirit of Athena's wisdom, emphasizing the pursuit of truth as a lifelong journey. Plato, a student of Socrates, took this idea further by establishing the Academy, one of the first institutions of higher learning in the Western world. Athena's influence is evident in Plato's works, particularly in his exploration of ideal forms and the nature of reality. In his dialogue, The Republic, Plato introduces the concept of the philosopher king, a ruler guided by wisdom and justice qualities that Athena herself personified. Aristotle, Plato's most famous student, expanded on these ideas by emphasizing logic, observation, and the systematic study of the natural world. His approach to philosophy reflects Athena's dual role as a goddess of both intellect and practicality. Aristotle's works on ethics, politics, and metaphysics continue to shape modern thought, and his belief in the importance of reason as a guiding principle aligns closely with Athena's ideals. Beyond these three giants, Athena's influence extended to other philosophers and schools of thought. The Stoics, for example, valued self-discipline and rationality, traits that echo Athena's emphasis on wisdom and control over one's emotions. Even in later centuries, figures like Thomas Aquinas drew on Aristotle's ideas, further cementing Athena's legacy in the intellectual traditions of the West. Athena's connection to philosophy isn't just about abstract ideas, it's about the enduring power of wisdom to guide individuals and societies. Her influence reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is not just an academic exercise but a way of life, one that requires curiosity, humility, and a commitment to truth. With this exploration of Athena's impact on philosophy, we now turn to another captivating myth that showcases her wisdom and guidance, the story of Perseus and Medusa. Now, let us journey into one of the most thrilling tales of Greek mythology, where Athena's wisdom takes center stage once again, the story of Perseus and Medusa. This myth is not just a tale of heroism but a profound lesson in strategy, courage, and divine guidance. Perseus, the son of Zeus, was tasked with an almost impossible mission: to slay Medusa, the Gorgon whose gaze could turn any living being to stone. Yet it was Athena who stepped in to ensure his success, embodying her role as a protector and guide. Athena provided Perseus with the tools he needed to face this daunting challenge. She gifted him a polished bronze shield, which he used to avoid direct eye contact with Medusa, and advised him on how to approach her safely. This strategic assistance highlights Athena's mastery of intellect and foresight, qualities that transform an impossible task into a calculated triumph. Her involvement in Perseus's quest underscores the importance of wisdom in overcoming even the most perilous obstacles. But there's more to this story than just strategy. The myth of Perseus and Medusa also carries a deeper moral lesson. Medusa, once a beautiful priestess, was cursed by Athena, a transformation often interpreted as a punishment for desecrating her temple. Yet, Athena's role in Perseus's victory also symbolizes the triumph of reason over chaos. By helping Perseus defeat Medusa, Athena restores balance, demonstrating that even in the face of destruction, wisdom can prevail. This tale also reflects the duality of Athena's nature. While she is a goddess of war and strategy, she is also a protector, guiding heroes like Perseus to achieve their goals through intellect rather than brute force. Her actions remind us that true strength lies in thoughtful planning and the courage to face challenges head-on. As we reflect on this myth, it becomes clear that Athena's role in Perseus's journey is a testament to the enduring power of wisdom. Her guidance not only ensures his success but also teaches us valuable lessons about resilience, strategy, and the importance of seeking knowledge in the face of adversity. From this inspiring tale, we now turn to another fascinating aspect of Athena's legacy, her symbols and attributes, which further reveal the depth of her influence in ancient Greek culture. Shifting our focus, let us now explore the rich symbolism embedded in Athena's most iconic attributes. These symbols, far more than mere decorations, reveal the essence of her divine powers and the values she embodies. First among them is her helmet, a clear representation of her role as a goddess of warfare. Unlike Ares, who symbolized the chaos of battle, Athena's helmet signifies strategic thinking and the protection of one's mind in the face of conflict. It reminds us that true strength in war lies not in aggression but in calculated decision-making and foresight. Next is her spear, a tool of both defense and authority. The spear symbolizes Athena's ability to strike with precision and purpose, embodying her dual nature as a warrior and a guardian. It serves as a reminder that wisdom and strategy can be as powerful as physical force, and that leadership requires both the courage to act and the wisdom to do so justly. Perhaps most famously, Athena is associated with the olive branch, a symbol of peace and prosperity. This ties back to the myth where she gifted the olive tree to Athens, securing her role as the city's patron goddess. The olive branch represents not only peace but also the enduring benefits of wisdom, how thoughtful decisions can bring stability and growth to a community. Together, these symbols paint a vivid picture of Athena's domains, a harmonious blend of intellect, strength, and compassion. These attributes also highlight the balance she struck between seemingly opposing forces. Athena's helmet and spear remind us of the necessity of preparedness and strength, while the olive branch underscores the importance of fostering peace and prosperity. It is this duality that makes her such a compelling figure, one who teaches us that wisdom is not just about knowledge but about applying it to create a balanced and just world. As we examine these symbols, we gain a deeper understanding of Athena's enduring legacy. Her attributes are not just relics of ancient mythology, but timeless reminders of the values she represents. They invite us to reflect on how her lessons can guide us in our own lives, whether in moments of conflict, decision-making, or the pursuit of harmony. With this insight into Athena's symbols, we now move to the next chapter of her story, her profound relationship with the city of Athens and how she shaped its culture and identity. Turning our attention to the heart of ancient Greece, we now explore Athena's profound connection with the city of Athens. This bond was not just one of divine patronage, but a relationship that shaped the very essence of the city's culture, politics, and identity. Athens, named in her honor, became a living testament to her values of wisdom, strategy, and civic pride. Athena's role as the city's patron goddess was cemented in the legendary contest with Poseidon. Where Poseidon offered the gift of a saltwater spring, Athena presented the olive tree, a symbol of peace, prosperity, and practical wisdom. The citizens of Athens chose her gift, recognizing the long-term benefits it would bring to their society. This decision not only secured Athena's place as the city's protector, but also highlighted the Athenian preference for thoughtful, forward-thinking solutions over immediate but fleeting advantages. Under her guidance, Athens flourished as a center of learning, democracy, and the arts. The Parthenon, one of the most iconic temples of the ancient world, was dedicated to her and stood as a physical manifestation of her influence. It was not merely a place of worship but a symbol of Athenian greatness, embodying the ideals of beauty, harmony, and intellectual pursuit that Athena represented. Athena's influence extended into the political realm as well. The Athenian legal system, with its emphasis on fairness and reasoned judgment, reflected her principles. She was often invoked in matters of justice, as seen in the myth of Orsts, where she introduced the concept of trial by jury. This innovation underscored her belief in the power of collective wisdom and the importance of balanced deliberation in resolving disputes. Culturally, Athena inspired the Athenians to excel in craftsmanship, philosophy, and the arts. Her patronage of weaving, pottery, and music encouraged creativity and innovation, making Athens a beacon of cultural achievement. Philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle drew inspiration from her embodiment of wisdom, further cementing her legacy in the intellectual life of the city. Athena's relationship with Athens was a symbiotic one. Just as she shaped the city's character, the people of Athens honored and revered her, integrating her values into their daily lives. This mutual influence created a unique cultural identity that set Athens apart as a center of civilization, a legacy that continues to inspire us today. As we reflect on Athena's deep ties to Athens, we see how her wisdom and guidance helped forge a city that became a cornerstone of ancient Greek culture and a model for future societies. This connection reminds us of the enduring power of thoughtful leadership and the profound impact one figure can have on the identity of a people. With this understanding of Athena's role in Athens, we now turn to her involvement in the heroic quests of ancient Greece, where her wisdom and strategy played a pivotal role in shaping the fates of legendary figures. Now, let's delve into the world of heroic quests, where Athena's influence shines brightly as a guiding force for legendary figures. Among her many roles, Athena's involvement in the journeys of heroes like Jason and the Argonauts stands out as a testament to her strategic genius and unwavering support for those who sought noble endeavors. In the tale of Jason and the Argonauts, Athena's wisdom was instrumental in their quest for the Golden Fleece. She provided crucial guidance, often appearing at pivotal moments to offer advice or intervene when the situation grew dire. For instance, it was Athena who inspired the construction of the Argo, the ship that would carry Jason and his crew on their perilous journey. Her involvement in their mission wasn't just about divine intervention. It was a reflection of her belief in the power of careful planning and resourcefulness. Athena's support extended beyond physical aid. She infused the heroes with the courage and clarity needed to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Whether it was navigating the treacherous waters of the Symplegades or outwitting the formidable King Aeetes, Athena's presence ensured that the Argonauts remained focused and undeterred. Her interventions showcased her ability to balance strategy with compassion, often helping the heroes without stripping them of their agency or glory. Another example of Athena's role in heroic quests can be seen in the story of Perseus. Tasked with slaying the Gorgon Medusa, Perseus turned to Athena for guidance, and she did not disappoint. She provided him with a polished shield to avoid Medusa's petrifying gaze, a clever solution that highlights Athena's knack for innovative thinking. Her assistance wasn't just about giving Perseus the tools he needed. It was about teaching him how to use his wits to succeed in the face of overwhelming odds. Athena's involvement in these quests underscores her unique approach to heroism. Unlike other gods who might intervene with brute force, Athena preferred to empower mortals with wisdom and strategy. Her guidance was never about doing the work for them, but about helping them discover their own strength and ingenuity. This approach not only ensured the success of the heroes, but also reinforced the value of intellect and perseverance in achieving greatness. As we consider Athena's role in these legendary quests, it's clear that her influence was as much about shaping the hero's character as it was about ensuring their victories. She reminded them that true heroism lies not in sheer power, but in the ability to think critically, act decisively, and remain steadfast in the face of adversity. With this exploration of Athena's role in heroic quests, we now turn to another fascinating aspect of her mythology, where her connection to the moon and night reveals yet another layer of her complex and multifaceted identity. While Athena is most often celebrated for her wisdom and strategic prowess, her connection to the moon and night introduces a lesser-known but equally fascinating dimension of her identity. This association reveals her as a goddess of profound depth, whose influence extends beyond the daylight realms of intellect and warfare into the mysterious and reflective domain of the nocturnal world. In some ancient traditions, Athena was linked to the moon, a celestial body often associated with intuition, mystery, and the subconscious. This connection highlights her role not just as a logical thinker, but also as a guardian of inner wisdom and hidden knowledge. The moon's phases, with their cycles of waxing and waning, mirror Athena's ability to adapt and strategize, always finding the right moment to act. Her lunar ties suggest a harmony between the light of reason and the shadows of intuition, emphasizing that true wisdom encompasses both clarity and depth. Athena's association with the night further underscores her multifaceted nature. While the night is often seen as a time of darkness and uncertainty, it is also a period of rest, reflection, and renewal. Athena's presence in this realm symbolizes her role as a guide through life's uncertainties, offering clarity and reassurance when the path ahead seems unclear. This duality reinforces her as a figure who balances strength with serenity, strategy with introspection. These connections to the moon and night also expand her symbolism in ancient mythology. The moon, as a beacon in the darkness, reflects Athena's ability to illuminate the minds of those who seek her guidance, even in their most challenging moments. Similarly, the night's quiet and stillness echo her calm and composed demeanor, reminding us that wisdom often emerges in moments of stillness and contemplation. By exploring Athena's ties to the moon and night, we gain a richer understanding of her as a goddess who embodies not just the brilliance of daylight, but also the quiet strength of the nocturnal world. This lesser-known aspect of her mythology invites us to see her as a figure of balance, bridging the realms of light and shadow, reason and intuition, action and reflection. As we move forward, let's turn our attention to another inspiring facet of Athena's legacy, examining how her traits of wisdom, independence, and strength empowered women in ancient Greece, offering a beacon of hope and resilience in a patriarchal society. Athena's influence extended far beyond the battlefield or the realm of strategy, as her traits of wisdom, independence, and strength became a source of inspiration for women in ancient Greece. In a society where women's roles were often limited to the domestic sphere, Athena's example offered a powerful counter-narrative, presenting a model of female empowerment and intellectual prowess. Her status as a virgin goddess, untouched by the constraints of marriage or motherhood, symbolized autonomy and self-reliance, qualities that resonated deeply with women seeking to carve out their own identities in a patriarchal world. Athena's association with crafts and the arts such as weaving also provided women with a means of creative expression and economic contribution. Through these activities, women could assert their skills and ingenuity, reflecting Athena's own mastery and innovation. Her patronage of these arts underscored the value of women's work, elevating it from mere domestic labor to a respected and celebrated craft. Moreover, Athena's involvement in myths and legends often highlighted her role as a protector and mentor to women. For instance, in the story of the Amazons, a tribe of warrior women, Athena's support and guidance symbolized solidarity and strength among women. Her presence in these narratives reinforced the idea that women could be both powerful and wise, challenging the societal norms that often sought to limit them. Athena's influence also extended to civic life, where her role as the patron goddess of Athens symbolized the ideal of a just and orderly society. Women in Athens, though excluded from formal political participation, could still draw inspiration from Athena's leadership qualities, finding ways to exert influence within their families and communities. Her example encouraged women to cultivate wisdom and assert their voices even in constrained circumstances. By embodying traits that defied traditional gender roles, Athena became a beacon of hope and resilience for women in ancient Greece. Her legacy reminds us that strength and wisdom are not bound by gender, offering timeless lessons in empowerment and self-determination. Now, as we near the conclusion of our exploration, we'll examine Athena's enduring legacy in modern culture, from literature and art to her representation in feminist movements and popular media. Turning our attention to the present day, Athena's legacy continues to resonate deeply in modern culture, bridging the ancient and the contemporary. Her image and symbolism have found new life in literature, where she often appears as a figure of wisdom and strategy. From classic works like James Joyce's Ulysses to modern retellings of Greek myths, Athena's presence reminds us of the timeless appeal of her intellect and strength. In the world of art, Athena remains a muse for creators exploring themes of power, justice, and femininity. Statues, paintings, and digital art continue to depict her iconic form, often reimagined to reflect modern values. These artistic representations not only honor her ancient roots but also reinterpret her story for new generations, keeping her spirit alive in cultural discourse. Athena's influence is perhaps most striking in feminist movements, where she symbolizes female empowerment and independence. Her refusal to conform to traditional gender roles makes her a powerful icon for those advocating for equality and self-determination. Feminist scholars and activists often draw on her mythology to highlight the strength and wisdom of women, using her story to challenge societal norms and inspire change. In popular media, Athena's impact is unmistakable. From movies and television series to video games and comics, she appears as a mentor, warrior, and strategist. Characters inspired by her archetype often embody her traits of leadership and intelligence, offering audiences models of resilience and ingenuity. Her role in stories like Wonder Woman and Percy Jackson showcases her adaptability, proving that her relevance transcends time and genre. Athena's modern legacy is a testament to her enduring appeal as a symbol of wisdom, strength, and empowerment. Whether in literature, art, or activism, her influence continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the timeless power of her lessons. As we reflect on her journey from ancient Greece to the present day, we see how her legacy remains not just relevant but vital in shaping our understanding of wisdom and strength in the modern world. With that, we conclude our exploration of Athena's secrets, leaving us with profound insights that bridge the ancient and the contemporary. Now, let's bring Athena's wisdom into our everyday lives. Her timeless lessons aren't just relics of ancient myths, they're incredibly relevant today. One of the most valuable takeaways from her stories is the importance of strategic thinking. Athena's ability to outmaneuver her opponents, whether in war or in disputes, teaches us to approach challenges with a clear, calculated mindset. Whether you're navigating a tough decision at work or planning your next big life move, taking a step back to assess the situation and plan strategically can make all the difference. Another key lesson from Athena is the power of creativity. She wasn't just a warrior, she was a patron of the arts, inspiring craftsmen, weavers, and musicians. Her gift of the olive tree to Athens shows how innovative thinking can lead to lasting benefits. In our own lives, embracing creativity, whether through problem-solving, personal projects, or even just thinking outside the box, can open doors to new opportunities and solutions we might not have considered. Resilience is yet another trait Athena embodies. From her role in the Trojan War to her mentorship of heroes like Odysseus, she demonstrates the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. Life will inevitably throw challenges our way, but Athena's example reminds us that staying strong, adaptable, and focused can help us overcome even the toughest obstacles. Finally, let's not forget the value of wisdom itself. Athena's stories encourage us to seek knowledge, learn from our experiences, and make thoughtful decisions. In a world that often prioritizes speed over substance, taking the time to reflect and act with wisdom can lead to more meaningful and lasting outcomes. Incorporating Athena's lessons into our daily lives doesn't require grand gestures. It's about small, consistent actions, thinking before we act, nurturing our creativity, staying resilient in tough times, and always striving to grow wiser. These principles, rooted in ancient mythology, can guide us toward a more thoughtful, empowered, and fulfilling life. And as we carry these lessons forward, we honor Athena's legacy, proving that her wisdom is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Next, let's explore how her influence shaped warfare and strategy, revealing even more about her enduring impact on history and thought. Turning our attention to the battlefield, Athena's influence on warfare and strategy is nothing short of legendary. As a goddess of both wisdom and war, she brought a unique blend of intellect and strength to the battlefield, shaping not just the outcomes of conflicts but the very way ancient Greeks approached war. Athena didn't just inspire brute force, she championed strategy, planning, and clever tactics. Her involvement in the Trojan War, for instance, highlights her mastery of military ingenuity. It was her idea to use the Trojan horse, a deceptive yet brilliant plan that ultimately led to the Greeks' victory. This iconic moment underscores the importance of outthinking your opponent, a principle that remains relevant in military strategy to this day. But Athena's impact extended beyond individual battles. She fundamentally influenced the philosophy of warfare in ancient Greece. Her emphasis on strategic thinking encouraged leaders to prioritize intelligence and foresight over sheer aggression. This shift in mindset is evident in the works of ancient military theorists like Sun Tzu, who echoed Athena's principles by emphasizing the value of deception, adaptability, and knowing both your enemy and yourself. Her legacy also inspired the development of organized military training and tactics, laying the groundwork for disciplined armies that could adapt to complex challenges. Beyond the battlefield, Athena's teachings on strategy found their way into broader areas of life. Her wisdom wasn't confined to war. It was a lesson in how to approach any conflict or challenge with a clear, calculated mindset. Whether it was navigating political disputes or making critical decisions, her influence encouraged people to think critically and act with purpose. This holistic view of strategy as a life skill continues to resonate in fields like business, leadership, and problem-solving, proving that Athena's insights transcend time and context. In essence, Athena reshaped the art of war, elevating it from mere combat to a sophisticated discipline rooted in intellect and planning. Her legacy reminds us that true strength lies not just in power, but in the ability to think ahead and act with precision. Next, we'll delve into the leadership qualities Athena embodied, exploring how her approach to wisdom and decision-making can inspire today's leaders. Shifting our focus from the battlefield to the realm of leadership, Athena's qualities offer timeless lessons for those guiding others. At the core of her approach was wisdom, a trait that defined every decision she made. Unlike impulsive leaders who act on emotion, Athena's leadership was rooted in careful thought and foresight. She exemplified the idea that true leadership isn't about commanding authority, but about making informed choices that benefit everyone involved. Her ability to see the bigger picture and anticipate consequences made her a master strategist, not just in war but in all aspects of governance. Another hallmark of Athena's leadership was her decisiveness. When faced with challenges, she didn't hesitate or waver. Take her role in the trials of Orestes, for example. When the Furies demanded justice for his crimes, Athena stepped in to establish a fair trial by jury, introducing a system that balanced justice with mercy. Her decisive actions in this moment not only resolved the conflict but also set a precedent for legal systems that endure to this day. This shows how leaders can make bold decisions while still upholding fairness and integrity. Speaking of fairness, Athena was a champion of equity and justice. She believed in treating everyone with respect, regardless of their status or background. This is evident in her mentorship of figures like Odysseus, a mortal who earned her favor through his intelligence and perseverance. Athena didn't judge based on lineage or wealth, she valued character and potential. This inclusive approach to leadership reminds us that true leaders uplift those around them, creating opportunities for growth and success. Athena's leadership also highlights the importance of adaptability. While she was steadfast in her principles, she wasn't rigid. She understood that effective leadership often requires flexibility, especially in the face of changing circumstances. Her support for heroes like Perseus and Heracles, each facing unique challenges, shows how she tailored her guidance to suit their needs. This adaptability is a crucial lesson for modern leaders navigating an ever-evolving world. Ultimately, Athena's legacy as a leader teaches us that wisdom, decisiveness, fairness, and adaptability are not just qualities. They are tools for inspiring and empowering others. Her example encourages today's leaders to think deeply, act boldly, and lead with integrity. As we move forward, we'll explore another fascinating aspect of Athena's mythology, uncovering how her influence extends beyond the ancient world and into our lives today. As we bring our exploration of Athena's 25 secrets to a close, it's clear that her wisdom continues to resonate across centuries. From her birth from Zeus's head to her role as a protector of heroes and cities, Athena's myths are rich with lessons in strategy, creativity, and leadership. Her gifts to humanity, like the olive tree, and her influence on justice, warfare, and the arts, reveal a goddess whose impact shaped entire civilizations. Yet, what makes Athena truly timeless is how her stories still speak to us today. Whether it's her ability to think ahead, her commitment to fairness, or her unwavering support for those who seek to grow, Athena's wisdom offers guidance for navigating the complexities of modern life. Her legacy reminds us that true strength lies in balancing intellect with compassion, and that the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey. As you reflect on these lessons, consider how Athena's ancient wisdom can inspire your own path. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into Greek mythology, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into the myths and legends that have shaped our world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and let us know in the comments which of Athena's secrets resonated with you the most. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wisdom of ancient Greece. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and may Athena's guidance light your way.